here and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all well. We've still got the hot weather here, obviously, but it's now gone cloudy and it's humid. So as I said in my last video, I'm cutting, or it might have been the one before, I'm not sure, I'm cutting down to one a week just through August because of the temperatures. It just gets too much. So today I've got a freebie from Vectoria Designs to make a steampunk folio. When she's done it, she's just used this and folded it. I've got some kraft card here and I'm going to put it onto kraft card. That will have to be cut down and then I will decorate it. Now what you get with the freebie is these little pockets which become a, on the other side obviously, become a, I don't know what you call it, waterfall. That's the word, waterfall down there. And then you get two side pockets. This is on the other side again obviously to go there. You also get an envelope, some journal cards that fold in, oops, like that. I've actually backed them on the other side as well. You get a little card notebook cover, and then you get some of these for making ties to tie it all up, but I'm actually going to use some real cogs, I think. And then you get these side panels that go on here, obviously upside down there, but anyway, you know, there. So what I'm going to do is ink all this up in walnut stain first of all. I've inked around the edge of this, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try using my glue stick on this, see how that works out. Oh dear. With staying down. As I say, I normally use tacky glue, but I've seen a lot of people lately using their glue sticks. So I'm going to give it a go with this. Now again, one of my projects, yes, make a steampunk journal. Still not got around to it, but I thought, well, maybe this will inspire me to start it. I'm not sure. Oh dear, we all got these ideas of everything we want to do, but do we ever get around to them? Goodness knows. I've got a list in my diary of different projects I want to do. I never quite managed to get there. Now what I'm doing with this is just putting it down so that I've got a small border all the way around. I've got my credit card. I'm hoping this is going to work with this. It's going to be a smoother than using the tacky glue, and that it stays glued as well. So I've done that. Now I need to get, need to get my butter, and I'm just going to trim, leaving a small border again just around the edge. Try and get the right size again. I just eyeball this there, and then again the same thing this side, just a little small one like that. Sure I can use them for something at a later date. So that's like that. Now you also get a backing sheet, and when Vectoria Designs have done it, she's just immediately backed this. By the way, I've printed everything on 160 GSM. I think that's £110. But I thought, I don't know, I just wanted it to be a little bit sturdier. So I've also printed off the backing sheet. So I'm just going to stick, and I'm eyeballing this again. I'm just going to stick this down like this. Okay. I cut this off. Keep all these strips. Got to start doing some more things with my scraps. They seem to have multiplied. I don't quite know how that happens half the time. Right, so this I'm now going to stick onto here. Is it the same size as that? Have I done that? Yay! That's not bad going, is it? Just slightly. So first of all, I've got to ink, and I'm using walnut stain. I preferred a darker stain on this than the vintage photo. And the video last week of my Cara Brandon's design team project using the tea party kit, I use tea dye in all of that, because I think it all depends on the papers you're using, doesn't it? What goes really well with them. So I'm going to give this another go with this. I'll put this on here. And then the next thing I've got to do, oops, I must find myself a magazine, old magazine that I can glue on if I start using the glue stick a lot. Don't know if I will or not. At the moment I'm having to wipe it, and I've got it all over my board now. Right, put this down on here. And the other thing I do like with the glue stick is that you can move it about a bit, can't you, to get it where you want it before you actually stick it all down there. So I've done that, and it is icky. So the next thing I'm going to do is ink all round the edges first. So that's all done. So now I'm going to get my scoreboard. Oops, sorry about the loud noise there when I dropped it. And I'm going to score. You can see there's lines already here and here. So you just need to score down them. That's all done. So then you start folding them, and there. So I've then got to fold these up. Fold them inwards. That's it, yeah, it's okay. Then I'll get my bone folder. If you don't do it with the craft paper, it will be a lot easier to fold in. And then fold in there and there. Like that. So you're creating the little spine down there, and then do the same on this side. So again, you've got another small spine there. That goes in and that comes over like that. There. I'm quite pleased with that. Now I've got to ink. What I'm going to do now is ink all these pieces up and ink down the spines there as well. So I've stuck it all down. I've inked it all. Now one of the other things was that glue stick didn't work. It came up, so I had to use my tacky glue. Now I'm going to work on this. This folds in that way round. This folds in like that. Or is it like that? No, it's like that. It's getting it the right way round. There. So now I need to put the covers on. This is going to be the front, so that folds in there. So we start with this side here. So I'm going to be putting that straight onto there, like that. So I've got to glue that down. This is another day. and I did a craft fair yesterday, which wasn't very good at all, and it was just too hot. I gave up after about an hour and a half. It was just so hot, it just wasn't worth sitting there. People aren't coming out in this weather either. It was for one of the fiestas over here. Every village over here has a fiesta. I mean, and I'm talking even there's villages with 5 houses, which there are quite a few of them. They all have fiestas. And I will say it's something that Spain does really well, is fiestas and fireworks. Not great for the animals, the fireworks, but that's their tradition. Okay, so this side, before I put this one down, I've got to do the closure. Yeah, what I've got is this cog here that I'm going to be putting there for the tie, and I've got a brad to go through the middle. Now, I couldn't find my pad that I normally punch on, so I found my groovy one. And I'm going to put a hole, I've made halfway about there. So if I'm putting that on, I would think about there. Through that, put that through there. But leave it loose, well, loose-ish, because you've got to put the thread round, and I don't know what thread I'm using at the moment. So I'm flattening that down as much as I can, and I've got enough room there for the thread to go round, thin thread. I'm using some of this washi tape just to, if I can find the end, there it is, just to cover up those legs. Make sure they don't pop through. Like that. And then I've just got to glue this down on here. Like this. Oops. So yes, we have these fiestas, which when I first moved over, we used to go to wherever we lived, the local one, and they're great, and they go on till 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. They have entertainment. I mean, it is absolutely brilliant, and all this is paid for by the local council and some donations. They have a committee that's set up to run the fiestas, and the costumes are made by local people. Where I was yesterday, I've got a friend who is actually making some of the costumes for the parade, which is today. I mean, it's quite a distance from me, so I won't be going. But it's they are amazing. So if you come on holiday and there's a fiesta, definitely go. Now I'll leave this one because I've got some other cogs to put in on there. So I'm flipping it over, and then the next thing I've got is the two. Is it that way up? Where's the 12? Or are they just round the other way? Is that 10 to 3, 20 to 3, or 10 to 9, or 10 past 9? I'm not sure which way that's just. Oh yeah, 5, 6, yes, it's that way. So that's going that side, and that's going that side. But then again, that's 10, 11, that's 12. Actually, it probably doesn't matter which way they go. 5, 6, 12. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. By the way, I've inked all in walnut stain as well. I know I've backed these, but that was because they came on a sheet with some others that needed to be backed. So put this, move it in slightly. So I've got a small border around like that, and do the same with this one this side. I think this kit is just brilliant for as a freebie. And if you join her mailing list, you get lots and lots of freebies come up. And also, if which I expect probably with Vectoria Designs, many of you have already, unless you're new, she does the tutorials on YouTube, and then you can download the freebies. Right, so what next thing I've got is an envelope to pop in there, in this one. So I've just got to put some glue around this envelope. So I'm just gluing down the, down the sides here. Again, I've backed this envelope. Actually, what I'll also do is put some glue up this side here, just to make sure. Yeah, and then just some glue around the bottom here. So it's a sort of coin envelope. Now I've got some Steampunk Alter playing cards I did at the beginning of the year. I'm hoping that one of them or two of them will fit in there, fit into this. And that will then slot into there. Like that. And that goes like that. And then I've also got, which I've been flattening because I couldn't get it flat enough, was a little notebook, and I've put some scraps of paper in here, as you can see, and I just stapled it in the middle. So that's to go in there as well, like that. Then the next one is these. And these are little pockets that are going to cascade, so you can flip them like this. Now they come like this. I've inked everything here, by the way, and what you do is you can get your scoreboard and then score. Oops, sorry about that, I keep knocking that every time I get this down. So just score down here, down this one here, and then down here. Like that. And then you fold in this one here. You fold it in this one here. Now, but this one you fold outwards like that. And then you fold this over to line up and meet, we hope, there. Like that. So now I've just got to put glue, whoops, on this one first. Yeah. Fold that down into there, and then glue on this. Fold over just to meet there. Now I have inked all these in walnut stain, but they're not very, it's not very noticeable. Move that up a bit, like that. And that comes down there. What I will do is just ink along the edge there. It hasn't quite lined up as much as I wanted it to. A bit more there where I have glued it. So then you decide which ones are going to go first. And I've got this selection here. I actually quite like this one at the top bottom, like that. And then maybe that, no, that's another clock, isn't it? Let's have one of these there. And then another clock, and then one of them, and then that one. that one at the top there. I think like that. So we start off, you measure 1 inch up from the edge of your paper, not the craft paper, 1 inch up from the edge of the paper. This one, what I haven't done, because this will be showing, is I haven't inked around this flap. So I'm just going to do that. And what you're going to do is where you've put the mark there, you line not this flap, but you line this up with it. Now you've got to be careful, you're not going to go all over the place with this. So you end up with it all out here. So put some glue on here. Line this up where you want it. Move it over a bit. That's it. I think that's about in the middle. And glue that down. And that did move slightly as I glued it. Now, Vectoria Designs uses sticky-sided, double-sided tape, so that might be an idea. And it may not move, and you won't go crooked. Fold that back. You take your next one, you put glue on here, or your double-sided tape. I can see now why she probably has. And you butt that up against there. Before you really press it down though, bring this back so you've got it lined up there and this side as well. And then press, whoops, see it moved. Maybe double-sided tape might be a good idea actually, because this does move with the tacky glue. You do have a small gap there, but then you need that. So I'm going to carry on doing these, and I might just try it with double-sided tape, and then I'll be back in a minute. So I've stuck all these down, and I used this wide tape, which was okay, and then I used a thinner tape or another one. I actually preferred the glue because it gave me a bit more manoeuvrability. Your choice. The next thing is the cogs that I'm going to be putting in here. So I've found my middle there and the middle at the bottom there. So I'm now going to just pierce a hole, I think roughly, I want that there. Take these out a minute. That one there and that one there. So I'm going to pierce a hole through there, this one through. Now I'm going to stick this onto here. I have got this the right way round, yes. Put this onto here. Oops. On here, down here, and then some in the middle. I'll put a little bit extra at the top and bottom just to cover those brads. That goes on, oops, like that. So the next thing is I'm going to find some string and fold that over and find some string there as well. Right, this is all nicely stuck down now. You get these little journal cards with it as well, which you can just slot in there. I have... I say that. Of course the first one doesn't go in, does it? Let's do it that way. That's better. I have double-sided these, as you can see here. You could leave them just white if you wanted to as well. They go in there. Okay, they're all in there. Now I need some string to tie this down, otherwise it's just going to flop. Whoops, you can't see that. It's going to flop like that. So I've got this wax thread that I really like. I've been using a lot of this in my tags, etc. So I'm just going to put a double knot on here. Should have got my small embroidery scissors. See, so I won't get my big scissors underneath there. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is bring this down here, under there, up to there. Actually, no, I know what I'm going to do. Round there twice, and then up to there and over, like that. So that this then just hangs down. As you can see, that ties it down there. Then I need to bring that over, and I need to put it onto here. So I'm going to tie that in a double knot. Like that. Cut that off, and then I'm going to unwind it a bit. Unwind, go over rather a couple, whoops, go round a couple of times, and then back round like that, and have it hanging down. Now I'm going to cut this a little bit longer for the moment, because I've got two charms and I want to put a charm on the end. Now this is quite heavy, but to me it's more steampunky, if that's a word, than the key. So I'm going to give this a go and see how it works if I sort of have it hanging about there. And hopefully it's not too heavy for it. I will cut that off, but I want to check first that... Oh no, that's okay. I'm going to keep the rocket on there. That's good, that's what I wanted to keep on there. And I'll just cut that off there. So there you have it. My little steampunk folio, my take on it from Vectoria Designs. Opens up and you've got all this. Oh, I know what I haven't put in there. And that's my steampunk. I hope they fit. I haven't really checked. I've got to find them. There's one. Let's see if they fit. If they don't, I'll have to find a steampunk. Oh, no, they do. Look, it's ideal. Brilliant. So, what have I got? Now I've got to find them again. They were here. Whoops. That's the travel ones, the flowers. The Alice, Seaside. There they are. Okay, which ones? Got to have that one, haven't I? And I think that one as well. I'll keep them for the journal. And these that I made with Create with Scrimping Mummies Altar Playing Card Challenge. So they can go in there and just slot in there. Oh yes. I'm now really pleased about that, and that can hang down there. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video. Thank you to any new subscribers and to my current ones. Thanks for coming along with me. Speak to you soon. Bye.